It can kind of be overwhelming sometimes to decide what you should be doing every day in Splatoon 3. After all, there are so many different modes and options that you can try out. So I've decided to make a video of 8 things that you can do every single day in Splatoon 3. These are things that you'll want to check in on every day when the day resets. This will help you make the most of the Splatoon experience by unlocking cool new things and just generally enjoying the features that the game has to offer. So consider dropping a like to support the content, and let's jump right into this. First, we have checking the shops every day to see what gear and items are available. This will rotate every single day. You'll see new types of items, gear, and more that you can get, which will have different abilities and such. So it's definitely worth checking in on the shops to see what their current stock is. Gear itself is such an incredibly important part of the Splatoon experience, and you want to make sure you have gear with good abilities. You can check out all of the details for the abilities that this gear will have and such, and you can even try it on to see what it will look like on your character. You can easily rotate through these shops as well, which is really nice and convenient to do. So yes, you'll definitely want to make sure you check these out every day. It's absolutely one of the most important things to do, especially when you're new to the game and you don't have much gear yet yourself. Maybe later on, once you've got everything, I guess this won't be as essential, but for a while you're going to be wanting to check these every single day. Second, you should check the stages every day. The stages will rotate every few hours, so it's a good idea to check what stages are currently in rotation. This is especially true if you're new to the game and you want to try out all of the different stages and see which your favorite, which you tend to think you're the best at and such. I definitely think it's a really good idea to familiarize yourself with all of the different stages. So it's a really good idea to check out which ones are currently in rotation. I definitely have my favorites, honestly, that I much prefer playing over some of the other ones. So it's good to take a look in case these are in rotation at the moment, and then I can enjoy playing lots of matches on them. Or maybe if my favorite stage isn't in rotation and something I don't like as much is, I could instead play a mode of Salmon Run or something else. It'll even show you what stages are coming up in a few hours as well, and for all the different ranked modes and such. So this is a really useful feature that you'll definitely want to make the most of. For the third item, you should check the players around Splatsville every day. Once you play with more people, they'll start to pop up around Splatsville, and in general you'll see random players here. The really cool thing is that you can actually order gear from these players every day. They might have some really cool gear that you want but you can't find yourself. It might have a better ability that you need, so ordering from other players is honestly a perfect solution to maybe a lot of problems that you might have in those regards. This is honestly such an underrated feature in my opinion, and I feel like a lot of people forget that you can do this, but it is so useful, and it's something that I highly recommend. I've honestly found some of my absolute favorite gear in the entire game through other players that I've seen in matches and then been able to order it from them through this feature. So I love it. I think it's a really great idea. And again, it'll constantly rotate, so checking out the new people every day I feel like is a really good idea. For the fourth item, check the lockers. You can see all kinds of different items and such that people have been displaying and get a good idea of how you would want to decorate your locker in Splatoon 3. I do believe that the lockers of people you play with online will appear here, much like they do around Splatsville. So yeah, I really enjoy checking out the lockers. This is a really cool new feature in my opinion, and it's great to make the most of it as you can. You're going to see lots of different variants here of ways people have customized it, and I just think that's really cool. It kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing in a way, so it's interesting to see something like this in Splatoon 3, and definitely something that you want to check out regularly. In at number 5, use your cheaper play on the shellout machine every day. I do believe that at the start of each day you will get a cheaper usage of the shellout machine, which can get you some really cool items. So this is definitely a machine you'll want to be using a lot. You can use it as many times as you want, I believe, but it will get really expensive. After all, it does cost 30,000 once you've used your cheaper play. So getting in that cheaper play every day I feel like will be really useful, and it'll help you get a lot of really cool items. I've found that I've gotten a lot of things that I can customize my locker with and such already, but I do know you can get some really rare, kind of insane things from this if you're lucky. After all, it is a gacha machine, so yeah, definitely something that you'll want to use and get that cheaper play out of it. I think even if you have a lot of money in the game, this is still a really useful thing to do each day. In at number 6, make sure you do a run of Salmon Run. Honestly, I feel like people tend to overlook Salmon Run sometimes. Not only is it one of the most fun modes in the entire game, but the rewards that you can get from this are honestly incredible. You can get some really amazing things that'll help you out when you're playing in Turf War and such, and the other ranked modes. This is also a place where you can get tickets, and they can help you get more money and level up faster and such, and I think that is really fantastic. It's also honestly a nice break from Turf War. This mode just feels so different, and I love the fact that you actually work with other players in this rather than against another team. Fair warning, if you're new to the franchise, Salmon Run can get kinda hard sometimes, but I think once you learn the ropes and you get used to it, you'll honestly always want to be doing this. You'll want to be trying this out every day, and that's definitely a great idea in my opinion, as you can get so many good rewards. I don't believe that the rewards rotate every single day. I think that is more of a monthly thing. Unfortunately, it would be cool if they did rotate every day, but just the ones that you can get on a daily basis, like the tickets and such, are really worth it in my opinion. Number 7, check the Splatnet app. So if you go onto the Nintendo Switch Online app and you check out the Splatoon free section, you can use the Splatnet app to actually order some rare gear that you might not see in the game. This could have some rare abilities, and in general it could just be a different stock from what you're currently seeing in the stores. So this is really useful and a great way to get some really good gear early on. Sometimes it can be more on the pricey side, but honestly, just do a few goes of Salmon Run like I mentioned, and you'll be rolling in the money, so don't worry too much about that. I do think you can only order one thing at a time, so keep that in mind. But still, I absolutely love this app. I feel like, again, it's so underrated, and a lot of people tended to forget in Splatoon 2 that you could do this, but it's a really great way to get more gear. In at number 8, you'll want to keep an eye on Splatoon's social media and Nintendo's social media as well. Now, I know what you're thinking, this isn't in the game, but actually it kinda is. Nintendo will be sharing QR codes on occasion which will give you exclusive unlocks. Just today, as of me making this video, they shared a QR code which will allow you to get an exclusive banner. It's also completely free as well, which is really fantastic, and I do believe they will be giving away other stuff using this functionality as well, so that's incredibly cool. So it's definitely something you'll want to check out regularly, as you won't want to miss out on this. I'm not sure if the offer would expire at some point. I feel like that is definitely possible. So checking it out every day and seeing what they've got to share, because honestly they do share a lot of useful information on their social media, I feel like is a great idea. But let me know in the comment section down below, what other things do you think you should be doing every single day in Splatoon 3? And how are you enjoying the game so far? I'd love to hear what you think. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like to support the content. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Splat Gang down below so I know that you did. And be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Splatoon 3 content.